Hi everyone, this is Kiana Prema with Awake Media, and welcome to our Google Hangout with Harmonic Humanity, Jason Mraz, and Jesse Carmichael of Maroon 5. We are so excited to be here, and we're so happy that you're joining us. And I'm just super honored and blessed to have these four beautiful brothers here on the line with me. We're going to dive in here and get into our conversation on conscious music to help heal homelessness. But before we do that, I wanted to just take a moment and honor you for showing up and being here with us. You know, I'm a crowdfunding strategist, and I came to this project to work with Harmonic Humanity to help them raise the funds that they needed to produce their next album. And we're going to talk to AJ, the founder of Harmonic Humanity, in just a moment and let him talk more about their project and what it is. But what I wanted to share with you guys right now is how exciting it is that we've all come together. And I am passionate about crowdfunding because it allows me to support the social artists and healers and activists who are doing great work in the world to really bring their visions and their projects to life through the use of community, through the use of the crowd. And I think this is a really exciting thing that's happening in our world right now, because in the past it's been maybe the decision of the elite few of what projects got to get produced, where the funding went. And now we're taking that into our hands. We're saying, wow, this is something that's awesome. We want to see this happen in our world, and we're going to say yes and contribute both financially and through our social networking skills, really harnessing social media to get this message out there. So thank you so much for being here. While you're here, we'll hope that you take a look at the crowdfunding campaign. I just put that link up on the screen. You can go and find out more information. And as we move on and you become inspired, which is our mission here, is to inspire you to support this project, we hope that you'll also share the link and check out the really cool perks and participate in helping Harmonic Humanity raise $55,000. We're just over $15,000 right now, and with our collective support, we know that we can get to our goal. So without further ado, I'd like to dive right in with you guys. And AJ Lovewins, the founder of Harmonic Humanity, thank you so much for being here. We'd love it if you can share with our audience a little bit more about you and Harmonic Humanity and the amazing work that you're doing in the world.
Yeah, thank you, Kiana. And I just want to thank everybody who's watching, taking time out of your day to plug in with us, and to Jason and Jesse also for making time for this project. My name's AJ. For anybody that doesn't know, I founded Harmonic Humanity back in 2005 after I had experienced being homeless back in 2001 and 2002 unexpectedly. And that experience completely changed my life and really was a catalyst for getting this whole project going. I was getting back on my feet after being homeless. It was like the second year, and I started volunteering in a soup kitchen in Seattle. And there was a blues musician playing on stage at the soup kitchen one day as I was stacking chairs and busking dishes. And I saw how that music transformed the entire cafeteria of about 100 homeless individuals of all different ages. And I thought to myself, you know, with my background in entertainment and what I've been through being homeless, maybe I could ask the director if I could start some kind of program here. And I did, and he said yes. And put ads on Craigslist, and every week people would answer them and just kept showing up. So I just kept saying yes. And that program ran for 5 years. And year after year, we saw people who were homeless interacting in different ways, dancing in the aisles, you know, after eating their food without a penny in their pocket. And I took a landmark education course, I think it was 2009, and one of the projects in that course was to create a community project that you were passionate about, be supported with that project, and then give the project to the community so it could exist in the world. And I thought, what better way, or what better thing could I do than take this miracle that had happened with this music program and expand it? And I had known about street papers, which were popular around the world. Homeless people write them, sell them, and keep the money. They make about 65 cents a paper. And I thought this could be a musical version of that, something that was a little bit more interesting for people to buy, a little more harmonious, and you know, everybody loves music. So that became my project. I brought my best friend, Jacques, who had been helping me to transform my life through his personal studies and education and transformational education on board. And together we produced the first album, Love Wins, with some of the musicians that had played at the Soup Kitchen and some from Northern California. And that CD helped individuals raise over $100,000 for themselves right out the gate in Seattle, Washington, where we sistered with the Real Change newspaper. And we knew at that point that if we got the support, we could take this project and take it national, just like the street paper movement has done in the last decade. And that's where we're at. We want to expand it. We're now on our third CD that we're about to produce called Hero. And, we've got some great names getting involved. We still have the vision to take the program national. I don't know where to take it from there, but that's kind of a little background on the program. Joseph?
Yeah, well, thank you. I'm inspired. I'm inspired by you, AJ. I'm inspired by the hero's journey that you're in, and watch you grow and develop and really come back to community and return back to community and share. Your story is the part of the hero's journey, and so I'm present to all of us on our hero's journey, going through something that has become disempowering, and then we empower ourselves and release ourselves from any negative belief that allows us to really, return and share a story with those of how we did it, how we actually empowered ourselves, and so, yeah, AJ, I'm actually going to turn it back over to you so we can engage with Mraz. I know you have some questions.
Yeah, that sounds great. And I just wanted to say that one of the most important things about this program is that the CDs that we distribute to the homeless and they're able to sell to the public, we try and work with musicians like Jason, Jesse, and others who are creating a type of music that is conscious. It means that it's infused with ideas and lyrics that stem from, a lot of the artist's personal development work that happens at very high levels. Working with a lot of the cutting-edge, leading human potential leaders and programs and workshops. And so when those CDs are produced, actually it's a device that's bringing this enlightened information through music to people who really need to hear it. When I was out there homeless, I didn't have the tools, I didn't have the consciousness or access to that type of information easily to begin to think in new ways and really create a win from within for myself, which is what really needs to happen. A lot of people are provided, shelter, they're provided cots, they're provided welfare checks, but they're not actually provided the seeds of change, which really have to begin within one's own consciousness. They have to be able to learn how to shift and frame and think in new ways to be able to take the old story out and bring in the new story and be able to see themselves, as Joseph said, as the hero of their own stories of their lives. So there's something deeper happening with the program than it just being a simple, sell some CDs, make some money. There is an intention of creating transformation within people. And that's really the gift as founder that I want to see given back to people who are on the streets, is the gift that helped me to awaken and transform my life. So with that said, Jason, thanks for being on the call.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's huge, man. You've been supporting us a lot, and it's uncommon, and I really see you as a true humanitarian, and been watching what you're doing in the world today. It's remarkable, and it's very real, and thank you. And thank you on behalf of all of the people that we're going to be out there in the streets working with. I wanted to ask you kind of a really open question, but it is, what do you see as possible for human beings?
Wow. Well, what's interesting is that we're born into a dream here in society. When we get to this planet, we're inside the result of society's dream that was dreamed decades and generations before us. But we have this opportunity to keep putting our dreams into the story, to reshape society in our own lifetime, and influence society in our own time, to hopefully nurture others' talents and dreams. The question was, what do you think is possible for humanity? Is that what you said?
Human beings, humanity, absolutely.
Sure. Well, anything is possible. I'm working with young kids right now, and that's actually my lesson. Anything you dream is possible, and we have that luxury, certainly here in the West, with our democratic society. Anything is possible. However, we also live in a society where food is behind lock and key, and therefore many people go without food because we've somehow created money as the means to survival. But obviously here in this crowdfunding situation and where I think the future is headed, we're seeing that money isn't, when all the resources are eaten and all the trees are cut down, we're not going to be able to eat our money. And so we're seeing it already early in our society that we can crowdfund, that we can come together, that we can work together to make anything possible for others. You know, I've loved this program since I found out about it about 3 years ago. When I was in San Francisco 1 year ago, this week, as a matter of fact, I had some very personal encounters with people on the street. One that was quite threatening to my own situation, and others that were threatening to their lives. I saw one man getting beaten up. I saw another man bloody in the intersection, and I called Joseph while I was there, and I said, "All right, I've seen enough. This is out of control. I know you're working firsthand in the homeless communities. What can I do to help?" And that's really when I got on board with Harmonic Humanity, and I'm excited to be where we are right now, because I do believe that anything is possible. If we just put our time and attention into anything, we can raise up a class of citizens with dignity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
absolutely. And you just talk a little bit about your music and your personal goals in terms of you know, the types of songs that you write and your hopes for what they can achieve in the world.
Sure. You know, when I first started writing, I think I was just more excited to write around my irregular imagination and try to put 1,000 words into a song, and even if I didn't know what it meant. But something happened to me in the last couple of years, and I don't know whether it's just age, maybe it happens to everyone, but I found myself writing more for my psychological needs and for the psychological needs of others, to write songs about remembering forgiveness and writing songs about love and compassion. And maybe it's because these lessons were finally being introduced to me and I was seeing the effect that it was having in my own life. But I found that they were very powerful messages, and those are not only things I want to share with others, but those are the kinds of things I want to sing every night, and they become my mantras so that I can remember to be passionately, and I can remember forgiveness and those sorts of things. So that's really become the mission of my work.
Yeah.
And remembering, wow.
And you've given a $25,000 matching grant to Harmonic Humanity, which we're very grateful for. We have a lot of listeners on today. You know, how can we, you know, collectively right now, you know, meet that $25K grant, you know, by enrolling listeners? Is there anything that you would say to our listeners, Jason, to help them go out into the world and help us, you know, further this project?
Well, you know, if you donate $10 today, you're basically buying the album in advance for someone for this project. You know, imagine your you know, one of your best friends has made a record and you want to check it out. I mean, that's what I hope people really consider this project is, you know, you can trust the musicians, you can trust the founders. This is amazing music. I found the music several years ago and I love the CD that I got, and I want to see this program continued. It's been tested in several cities, and I'd love to see it in every city in this country.
Absolutely, yeah. Your goal.
To truly uplift and help heal homelessness. It's an easy project to get involved with, and it's a musical project. You know,
it's exactly
through the love of music, which we all need in our lives. We can really bring about some real change.
I feel like the homelessness movement of healing homelessness, it needs to be what, you know, Martin Luther King and all those people that were around him were to the civil rights movement. It needs to have that kind of energy. And music was a huge part of the civil rights movement. You know, we can harness the power of it again for an issue that I feel as of yet in the United States has been, you know, terribly neglected and really needs that kind of attention. You know, we have veterans and children, and you know, LGBT is a huge portion of the homeless youth population, which you're passionate about, Jason. You know, teachers. We have people in the streets with master's degrees. You know, you cannot stereotype homelessness. It's about more than houselessness. So I really feel excited having, you know, your caliber of celebrity on board, because if we can harness the power of music and fuse it with the spirit of humanitarianism, you know, I feel that we're working with powerful energy, and that we can bring that to create something like the civil rights movement for, you know, people who are in this massive crisis in the United States. So thank you.
Yeah, you got it. I'm happy to be on your team, AJ.
This is an amazing conversation. I want to just jump in here real quick. We have a few questions that are coming in from the audience. We have 81 viewers right now, and I'm so grateful that you guys have all joined us. And as we're talking about the project and the crowdfunding, I really want to inspire and encourage everyone to go ahead and check out our page, our Indiegogo page right now. If you're viewing, you can find this. It should be showing up on the screen right now. You can go to indiegogo.com/awakemedia, and you'll find the campaign right there on that page. And if this is a moment where you can contribute your dollars, please do so. Let's make this a live telethon type of an event right now. But even more, if you can't contribute dollars, even if you can, let's create some big waves in social media. So if you go to that campaign page, right under the pitch video there, you'll see there's some share tools. There's some links that you can click for Facebook and Twitter. And if all 83 of us now go ahead and share that out right now, we're going to create some mass effect to let people know what's going on, because we are in the final days of this campaign, and it's all about the social movement now. It's all about us saying, yes, this is a project we want to see happen in the world, and using our social networks, using our social capital to share this out and invite people to participate. So that's my challenge, my invitation for all of our viewers, if you would go and check that out. And I just want to, we do have one question here from Gal that I think is really cute. It says, do you think this organization will ever spread to other countries as well, such as Canada? And Joseph or AJ, I'll let you perhaps answer that, but I feel like the answer is yes, and we need community support to help us get the program into 5 cities in the U.S. first so that we can grow from there. But Joseph, maybe do you want to take it from here?
Sure. There's a great quote from Wallace Stevens. He says, after the final no, there is a yes. And upon that yes, the future of the world depends. So we say yes. We believe that, you know, that music is a universal language, and consciousness is something that's in everybody's soul, and to fuse conscious music and this employment project is, I think it's possible. It's all possible, and there's homelessness all over the world. I feel that life is an inside-out job, so it starts inside and goes out. And so we're at this point now, obviously, where we've got to build the internal infrastructure of our organization, and it goes out. And the more that we dive into that structure, and the more we build it from the inside out, then I totally see this as a global project. But the 1,000-mile journey begins with the first step. So yeah.
How are we doing on time, Kiana?
We've got about 8 more minutes, actually.
Okay. So you want to pass on to Joseph and Jesse?
Yeah. Well, I just want to say again, thank you so much, gentlemen. I just want to say that I want to plug Jason's album. Yes, it just came out July 11th. And Jason, you have some shows coming up August 28th, 29th, and 30th at Pangaea's Theater. Yeah, I just wanted to say that I love your album, and I've always loved your music, and thank you for your conscious message to the world, and thank you for being a supporter of Harmonic Humanity. It means the world to us. And also, Jesse, your album comes out August 29th, which is 5, which is followed by your last album, Overexposed, which came out 2012. And yeah, I just want to say, Jesse, thank you for your consciousness. I remember we met at the Be Love House, sitting around having a beautiful conversation and eating raw food with Rylan Engelhardt at the Be Love Mansion. And yeah, I just want to thank you for supporting us as well and having Maroon 5 part of this project. It means a lot to us. And Jesse, I've got a question for you. Have you ever had any experience with homelessness, Jess?
Personally, I've been so lucky my whole life to always have a home around me and a supportive family, and so I know that I feel like it's kind of hard to even wrap my head around the concept of not having those things in my life. And you know, I think that a lot of people, I'll just speak for myself and say that I'm really grateful to you guys for putting this project together and, like Jason said, making it so easy to get involved. It's fun to help get music out to people, and so this is like a good entry point into this topic that's a little hard to get close to because it's kind of scary, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I really appreciate that you guys are helping people get into it, and kind of like, you know, it's almost like you're taking our hands and saying, like, it's okay to, like, come close to this situation. We don't have to ignore it, because I think that's what happens a lot in our world with the issues that are overwhelming. You know, we talk about this issue or the climate change issue that's going on right now. People don't necessarily want to deal with it because it's heavy, but you're making it a little lighter, and I really appreciate that. And I'm really hoping that, you know, the lesson that I'm taking from today is that you guys, you know, have taken the initiative to ask for these things. You've asked us to help out with this phone call. You've asked for our bands to get involved, contributing music to the CD, and we said yes. And so there it is. It's like, if people ask, then something can happen, you know. So my message to people out there who are listening would be, just take that one little step. Like you said, the first step is just have a conversation with somebody about this, or share this link on your social media, and just start helping to spread it.
Yeah, well, thank you for that. We're our next level of Harmonic Humanity, after the distribution of, or I should say, in flux with the distribution of the CD, is a book that we're putting together called the Heroes Game Book, which is a book of transformation, and I've been inspired by the art of transformation for quite some time. I know all of our mutual friends, which is Rylan Engelhardt, John Morrow, and others, Frank Ferrante, have really inspired the art of transformation and the hero's journey within our community. And so our next evolution, actually, in our extended goals, if you go to our Indiegogo campaign, is a making of a book called the Heroes Game Book, which is educational transformation for the homeless. Really saying to them, listen, you can change your standards, what you demand about yourself. You can let go of your limiting beliefs, and you can look at your strategies in the context of being the hero of your own story, not just a victim of it. So I wanted the audience to really know that, because yes, on one hand, we have economic stability with the CDs. That's very important, and we're going to distribute conscious music all over the world. That's beautiful. On the other hand, we want to have transformational education. It gives them an opportunity to say, I am the hero of my own story. I am the one who perceives life from a proactive point of view as opposed to a reactive. And so I wanted the audience to know that, because that is our direction as we go. Transformational education and economic stability going hand in hand with conscious music. I really feel that's a recipe for change from the inside out, and we're really all very excited about that. Is there anything in conclusion? I know I want to make sure that we're honoring of our time and your time as well. Anything that you want to say in conclusion, gentlemen, that has to do with the project, or maybe something in your own lives, something you'd like the audience to hear?
I got a question about that Heroes Game Book. Is that already done? Is it written?
we have an outline, and I've been working in the outline for like 10 years, because it's a passion of mine. It's always been a passion, the hero's journey, and the hero's journey is a metaphor for transformation. So I get excited to empower people with that idea. So what we're doing is pulling together human potential leaders. I'm working very close with Jean Houston. Jean Houston's one of the great human potential leaders of our time. She actually started the human potential movement. Also working with James O'D, the former president of Amnesty International. He was president for 10 years and then ran the SEVA Foundation and was president of Noetic Sciences for 4 years. And others, people like Michael Beckwith, to really pull together the gestalt of these amazing living luminaries to put together an anthology of exercises and tools and skills and philosophies that can take that person from being the victim of their story to the hero of it, and that will be called the Hero's Gamebook. That is in our extended goals, Jesse, and thank you for saying that, because like I said, on one hand we have the CDs, and the other hand we have transformational education. I really feel you need both if you're going to create a revolution from the inside out.
Right on.
Yeah. So thanks, guys.
For anybody, wherever they were in their lives, it would be a good book to have. So maybe that could be a perk on the Indiegogo campaign.
Yeah, well, the book, we're going to make it real durable, and so when you're out on the streets, we're going to make it so it's, it's something that it's rugged, that if it's beat up and they're on the weather, and we foresee having a life coach for every person that's, getting together with Landmark and other big main organizations, and Tony Robbins is producing life coaches, and just using their interns and say, hey, would you like to work with Harmonic Humanity? And so everybody has a life coach. Everybody has like an Obi-Wan Kenobi, and everybody has like a Morpheus. You need your Yoda to, you need your Yoda mentor, man, so you can, make it through. And these guys, the people on the streets have, like AJ was saying, a lot of real problems, and but we're all about higher solutions. We're about reconciliation, and we're about restorative justice.
Well, I really want to see this Indiegogo campaign meet its goal, so I'm interested in talking about doing a matching fund thing as well. So when we're done with this call, we'll put that together, and I'll just...
Wow, thanks.
That's awesome.
Hey, Kiana, we should talk about our 10 by 10 before we go.
Absolutely. Thanks, AJ. You're reading my mind. So I actually just put the link up for our viewers. If you look on the right of the screen, you'll see the link for our video that we just produced this week. For our 10 by 10 challenge. We have 80 viewers on the line, and what we're asking you to do is to copy that link and send it to 10 of your friends, asking them to send it to 10 of your friends. If you watch the video, it'll explain the whole thing. In fact, and on YouTube, in the description, you'll find all of the text that you can copy and paste right into a message and send that out. So if 80 of us sent that to 10 of our friends, that's 800, and then those 10 friends send it to 10 of their friends, you see the ripple effect that's going to happen. And this is what we're really aiming for right now, is to just get this message in front of as many people as possible so we can reach our goal of $55,000, produce the next album, Hero, and get this really innovative and amazing employment program into 5 major cities in the U.S. so that we can build that foundation, as Joseph was saying, and then start to bring in the additional aspect of the transformational education and coaching to really make a difference. That's what we're really here to do, is to make a difference and help those that are having hard times, that are on the street, rise up and become the hero of their own journey. So please take a look at that link and share it with your friends.
Awesome. Well, thank you, guys. Is there anything in conclusion that Jesse or Jason would like to say? Anything that you guys have in your heart and mind?
Well, I want to thank the viewers today. I want to just thank you for making a difference that actually makes a difference.
Thanks, Jason.
Thank
cool.
you.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you so much, everybody. This has been an honor to host. And Kiana, thank you so much for your time and energy and being our project manager for our Harmonic Humanity campaign and hosting today. And again, gentlemen, thank you for all that you do. Thank you for your music. And stay love, be love, and love wins.
All right, onwards, upwards.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Thanks everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye-bye.